lot of us on the team are queer and neurodivergent folks ourselves, and so we wanted to show up and make sure that we had a chance to connect with other queer folks in our community. A lot of what we've done today is kind of show up as a pay-as-you-can model. So we've had a little mini version of our free market that we run every month. We've had bracelets, we've had protest art, we have free crafts on the side, and we mostly just wanted to make sure that people had a safe space to land if they needed a break from the festivities, but also if they wanted to be able to enjoy it without having to spend money, because not everyone has access to disposable income. And here we're just talking a lot about the services that we're running through the summer and in general year-round through our practice. I mean, like, mental health, I think, is known obviously by most people that it's like very important. It is, you know, increasingly challenging for folks to just navigate day-to-day life in a way that is like comfortable and happy and fulfilling. But especially for our queer folks, they are under so much political danger and violence. They still, even in the community of Barrie, experience a lot of harassment, a lot of homophobia and transphobia. And so we want to make sure that there's kind of special attention given to this community, because they are at an intersectional identity that creates a lot more potential for violence and lack of safety, especially in healthcare. And it's really unfortunate that, you know, healthcare still holds a lot of transphobic and homophobic attitudes, but it's very common for people to have a poor experience, and we want to make sure that people have the opposite of that when they connect with us. So there absolutely are free therapy supports that exist everywhere, some of which are government funded. A lot of times when things are government funded, they come with a very particular structure and eligibility criteria that doesn't always meet the needs of people that exist in our community, especially when folks have complex trauma and various things that just make a structured model not as accessible. For our practice in particular, we all offer some pro bono or sliding scale work, and the multiple group therapies that we run, including a suicidality support group, is completely free to access. And on top of that, we have a master's level student that provides free therapy through 2/3 of the year, because we want to make sure that while the structured models exist and they work for some people, they don't work for everyone, and we also have services to meet that need. There are a lot of incredible organizations through Barrie. The Gilbert Center is one of them. What I'll say, not to kind of shamelessly plug our business, is that we do have a humongous resource list on our website that's free to download, that has access to a bunch of queer-led organizations, including grassroots orgs that all have free services as well. So there are like LGBTQIA plus specific groups for all types of varying experiences. And the biggest thing is that even if people reach out to us and we can't necessarily support them directly, we'll do our very best to send you in a direction that would be fitting and safe for you to attend. We're, you know, so much of our team are queer folks ourselves, and so a lot of us specialize in sexuality and identity politics. We do offer individual therapy like most therapy practices do, but then we also offer couples, family therapy, group therapy as well for both suicide, and we have a therapy book club. And then on top of that, we also have yoga in the park that's happening through the summer of 2026. That's completely free to access, donation-based, and any donations that do come our way support our mutual aid free therapy fund. A lot of the folks on our team do work with parents as well, sometimes in like a specific advocacy type manner. So if we're working with a younger person, let's say a youth, teen, or young adult that is like navigating their own queerness and they're having a hard time getting their parents on board or getting their parents understanding, we'll sometimes bring that parent in with our client's consent if they want our support in kind of bridging that gap, helping educate them on how to better address like queer issues and identity changes. But on top of that, we have some folks that specifically work with parents one-on-one in a longer term setting to kind of help them grapple with the, you know, belief systems that a lot of us were raised with, especially if we grew up in a younger generation, and how do we kind of live through those belief systems while also supporting our children as they're going through their own identity changes. So we can kind of support folks on both sides, the parents alone, and then the kids, youth, teens that we support will kind of bring those parents in if they want that as well.
This story was supported by the Local Journalism Initiative.